So when we're looking at the graph of a function, we have to look at things a little bit differently. We can't just plug in a number to an equation and do some math. We actually have to deal with the graph of the function. Now the way that this graph is set up, it's not exactly clear where the x and y axis are. So just to make things a little easier to look at, put those in yellow. Now to find each value, we have to remember what was where in this equation. F of 3 came from f of x. So what this is telling us is that we go to 3 on the x-axis, and we're actually looking for how high this graph is. So when we go to 3 on the x-axis, which will be over here, the graph hits right there. Now, counting squares isn't going to be good enough because each square is worth 2 units. There's 7 of them. 2 each means f of 3 is 14. F of 0, likewise, we go to 0 on the x-axis, which will be here. The graph crosses right there. Halfway between 0 and -2, so that would make it -1. Last one, f of -2, means we go to -2 on the x-axis. The graph crosses there, same place as it did at 0, so f of -2 is also -1. Example B is slightly different. Now I'm not giving you what x is. I'm telling you it's f of s. S, x makes no difference. But I'm telling you that the height of the graph is 4. So what we need to go is go to 4 on the y-axis and find where that graph actually is 4. Well, here's 4 on the y-axis. Where does the graph actually hit it? Over here. So now we have to find where on the x-axis that graph is at a height of 4. Well, it's between 2 and 3, not exactly halfway. I would call it maybe 2.3, maybe 2.4, something like that, as long as it's reasonable.